And good evening and welcome to another edition of the Ralph Report Wrestling Edition Smackdown Post Show. My name is Ralph Wiliams. I am the revolutionary. I am the visionary. And yeah, what do you want to talk about? Let me talk to you today. All right? Yeah, let me talk to you. All right. We got a lot to talk about tonight, including tonight's results, also some big key announcements coming up later. Wrestling and about RW Media Productions. So I just want to let everyone know about those as well, and that's coming up later on. But right now, let's go over all the matches from tonight's SmackDown, and it started off with Chelsea Green was summoned to the ring by Nick Aldis. Nick said he had heard from the medical staff that Chelsea could not perform because she's not medically cleared because of a shoulder injury, which happened last week when she was helping Tiffany Stratton and they were tag teaming against the Fatal Influence. Okay. I got news about them too tonight. That's not so good news for me. I can't stand them, but that's beside the point. But anyway, so she was summoned to the ring, and Nick Aldis was going to have her get rid of the championship belt. Well, she came up with some spoo, and Nick Aldis said, "I'm going to give you 30 days in which to figure out what you're going to do, get yourself well, and try to get well within 30 days, and you can keep the title, the interim women's world title on SmackDown, because the original one is held by Rhea Ripley, and Rhea is hurt right now. And Chelsea just got this belt at SummerSlam, and then last week was in that match with Tiffany Stratton. So that's what happened there. All right. But it gets even more complicated here. Gunther comes out, and he starts his spooing and his gossip and his crying, and you know how Gunther is. And he come out to confront Nick Aldis. And then Chelsea Green said something to him, and he started calling her names and everything. So Matt Cardona, who is Chelsea Green's husband, he comes out to defend Chelsea. Well, Chelsea says, no, leave the man alone. He's a bum or whatever and all this other stuff. Well, it turns out that they made a match, and Matt Cardona ended up fighting Gunther. He was doing pretty good for himself, and you know how Gunther is. He always manages to come back when he's down. And I thought Chelsea should have took her belt. She still had the belt on her. And when the referee's back was turned, should have belted Gunther right in the head, just like Nick Aldis did. But she didn't. And twice tonight she screwed up. She should have did that. And then later on in the match with Tiffany Stratton versus JC Jane, she screwed up too. So twice tonight she messed up. And I know there's things in her mind right now in regards to the fact that she, is no longer, well, it was close, no longer was going to be champion. All right. All right. We got Jazz Leo saying hello. Hello, Jazz Leo. How are you? Yep. All right. There you are. All right. So tonight that match happened, and of course Matt Cardona lost, and then Gunther. We'll talk about this later in our notes segment coming up later on as well. Carmelo Hayes versus Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin retains, but Trick Wiliams comes out with Lil Yachty, and they start their little thing. And, Baron Corbin ends up on the outside looking in. I think, and I'm not sure, but there probably will be for Sunday night's main event or October 10th for Money in the Bank. There's going to be a match again, a rematch between Trick Wiliams and Baron Corbin, or it could be on SmackDown. Because the way I see Trick Wiliams, he's not letting this thing go. All right, who's better, John Cena or Seth Rollins? Well, John Cena was good. He's a legend. He's soon to be a Hall of Famer. Okay. Seth Rollins right now is good, but John Cena was better than Seth Rollins. He wrestled longer than him. and 17-time world title champion. John Cena's better than Seth Rollins. I like Seth Rollins, but John Cena's better than Seth Rollins, if you ask my opinion about that. Thank you for that there, Jerry. Rely. Okay? Thank you for tuning in. All right? So, Carmelo Hayes lost to Baron Corbin, but Trick Williams, Lil Yachty came out, did their little thing, but Corbin retains. Damian Priest, R-Truth, the Tongan brothers, which are still, according to Wade Barrett, are still calling them the MFTs, with her father, Haku, came out tonight, and they were part of this match, and the War Raiders, who are the AAA tag team champions. Unfortunately, I got some bad news, as Wade Barrett used to say. I got some bad news. Big Show. He won more. Khali got hurt. Khali ended up with a knee injury. In fact, I'm going to tell you a little story about Khali. I was working at Montefiore Hospital in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where I used to live. And I used to work there filling vending machines when I could walk. And Big Khali was there getting knee surgery. Yeah, he was there right in the hospital getting knee surgery. So how you like that one? But I didn't see him. I didn't get to meet him or anything, but I had heard that he was in the building getting knee surgery. So there you go. That's my one time knowing about Khali being in Pittsburgh, other than whatever other events he was part of. Big Show's better than Khali. Big Show won a lot more. So thank you very much, Pensman, for checking in. Pensman Sports. Don't forget to check him out. Pensman Sports. Also Brian Pettit, all part of they work with me and my production company, RW Media Productions. Pensman here. I'm going to put up his little thing. He does a lot of shorts on the Yankees. He does Michigan. He'll be college football's coming up. For this year, he'll be doing Michigan stuff, Pittsburgh Steelers. So Pensman Sports, check out his material, some great material. Please like and subscribe and follow him. Also, Brian Pettit and the Sports Break Media. Don't forget to follow him as well. He's not with us tonight. He'll be back in about 2 weeks because I have some news coming up later on about RW Media Production shows for this coming week. All right, so, but Sports Break Media, Brian Pettit. Don't forget to like and subscribe to him. He does NASCAR and a bunch of other stuff as well. So don't forget about that. All right. We're all trying to get our watch time hours up since YouTube decided to play some games and keep on changing the rules of the game all the time. It's hard to do. So Pensman said he did some shorts last night. Check them out as well. All his archive versions. Please like and subscribe to all of our YouTube channels. I need 20 more to get to 2,700, so please help me out with that as well. And also, don't forget to help Pensman and Brian Pettit get to their goals. All right, who's my favorite wrestler? I got a good one. If you ask me currently, right now it's Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins. Those are my two right now for WWE, AEW. I like Adam Copeland, Christian Cage, Jon Moxley, and Kenny Omega. Now, if you ask me TNA, the Nemeth Brothers, the Hardys, just to name a few. And they got that Montreal or that Maple Leaf Wrestling by Scott D'Amore. You got that Hall of Honor Wrestling. You got a few of the other ones there. Also, some big news coming up, too, that I wanted to talk about as well, was that Zilla Fatu has officially joined the WWE's and NXT, made his debut on Tuesday night. So where does that leave him when he comes up to the main brand? Is he going to go with the Bloodline? Is he going to go with the Tongan Brothers? We'll find out. Monday Night Raw, don't forget, coming up this week. Solo Sikoa will be served up to the Tribal Chief and will join in the 90s, Hulk Hogan, when he was in NWO. Hulk Hogan. In the 90s. Stone Cold Steve Austin, too. Those are my two. Okay? In the 90s. So there you go with that one. Yeah. You asked me that. Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan when he was in NWO. There you are. Okay. And Stone Cold Steve Austin. Nobody could beat the WWE, the 90s, the rivalry between WWE and WCW. Nobody beats that. That was probably the best era of wrestling in a long time. That had to happen. Wrestling was falling. People weren't going to matches. And WWE came up with the Attitude Era versus WCW. And at one point, WCW was winning until Ted Turner decided to sell the establishment to, so. But anyway, yeah, Andre the Giant. He was a good wrestler. He was one of my favorites growing up back in the day. So, Ben says it's all AI. Yeah, okay. Everything's AI. I'm AI. This is not the real me. Maybe I'll get more viewers that way. How about that? I'm thinking about to get more viewers doing all my shows naked. What do you think of that? Because it seems like to get more viewers, I got to do stupid things. So maybe I'll do stupid and dumb things. That's what people like. All right, in this match, Damian Priest, R-Truth, the Tongans, the Tonga brothers, and the War Raiders. It was a triple threat match for the world titles, tag team belts, and the Tongans won it, so they now have the belts. Next, Tiffany Stratton versus JC Jane. Tiffany Stratton lost her belt tonight against JC Jane. I didn't want this JC Jane to win this because now all three of them in that Fatal Influence all have belts now. So there we go. Fatal Influence with their belts. Now all three of them got belts, and wonderful, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. Nia Jax came out tonight. We'll talk about that later. Her and Lash Legend trying to beat up on Chelsea Green or whatever, so. All right, next. No, last but not least, Cody Rhodes versus Sami Zayn, which never happened because Randy Orton came out and started a scuttlebutt with Cody Rhodes, and Sami Zayn got screwed again. You're gonna be crying. Sami Zayn. Oh my, I feel bad for him. Oh, my heart bleeds for Sami Zayn. So anyway, Sami Zayn got screwed again because Randy Orton came out tonight. If he was to beat Cody Rhodes tonight, he was going to be number one contender or have a match for whoever wins next week, CM Punk versus Kevin Owens for the title next week on Smackdown. And now it's official. Sunday night's main event, September 6th, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Other matches to follow. I'll keep you up to speed here on the Ralph Report Wrestling Edition as to what's going on with that. So, but anyway, there we are with that. And let's get into our notes segment here. It started off Nick Aldis. We already talked about that segment with Chelsea Green. Nia Jax, Lash Legend. We already did that one. And then Sami Zayn crying again. Oh, Sami Zayn. Oh, Finn Balor. Here's a good one here. Next week, Finn Balor versus Gunther. Gunther come out. Finn Balor who? I don't see Finn Balor here. And he says, oh, I see a shadow of Finn Balor. Finn got pissed, and there's a match made for next week. So Gunther running his mouth again, as you well know. Kevin Owens CM Punk segment was quite interesting. They threw jabs back and forth, insults from 20 years ago, stuff that happened back in the Stone Age and things like that. And, so Kevin Owens and CM Punk, typical, insults and stuff like that back and forth. You know what? I don't like you. I don't like you because of you, back and forth. Okay. But that was tonight's Smackdown. This is the Smackdown post show here, part of the Ralph Report Wrestling Edition. Don't forget to tune in every Monday night right after Raw at 10:45 and Friday nights at 10:15 right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick Network. Also, check out the shorts. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And here we go. Tomorrow, Ralph Williams Saturday. Here we are. All right, here we are with Ralph Williams Saturday. Let's get started here with that. And here it is. 93.5 The Beach, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. The Ralph Williams Show with me, Ralph Williams. The revolutionary, the visionary, the Ralph Williams Show, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., 93.5 The Beach in the Delmarva area, 50,000 watts power. Don't forget to tune in to the Ralph Williams Show tomorrow morning. And then, if you missed that show, you can go to, and here we go, 12:50 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, The Answer, PGH.com up in Pittsburgh, PA, but you can get on The Answer, PGH.com or Radio Stations USA when you punch up Google. The Ralph Williams Show, tune in 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. We got a lot to talk about this weekend for the Saturday show as well, and don't forget to tune into that. And then at 10 o'clock a.m., at 10 a.m., live right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, X, and the Kick Network. We have the Saturday Sports Blast with me, Ralph Williams. Pensman will not be joining us tomorrow. He has prior family obligations. Brian Pettit and Leo Haggerty. We're going to talk the AFC South tomorrow. We're going to cover that tomorrow. We did the North. We did the West. We're going to do the South. And then we're going to get into the NFCs next week leading up to September, when we get involved in the college football show. And we'll be doing that all the way up until the end of the bowl season, which is at the beginning of January. And then we'll get back into the Saturday Sports Blast. As you know, great college football coverage that we'll be doing and some other stuff. Possibly maybe doing some live stream of some pick games maybe. We'll see. I'm thinking about it. Trying to do a little more to get my airtime up here on YouTube as well. All right. And then, last but not least, 2 to 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, the Sports Corner Radio Show with me, Ralph Williams, Smoking Jim Frazier, Claudia Rosano, Luther Dupree, 12:50 a.m. The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial. We dissect Steelers, Pirates. What's wrong with the Pittsburgh Pirates? We're going to be talking about that as well, so don't forget about that. And so there you are with that, and that's tomorrow's schedule for the Saturday of Ralph. But don't forget Sunday, 2 hours, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., the Ralph Williams Show with co-host Tony Moreno. Every Sunday, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. on The Answer, or 12:50 The Answer, 92.5 on the FM dial, and TheAnswerPGH.com. All right, so don't forget about that. We have plenty to talk about on Sunday as well from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. All right, next week, Monday, my wife goes in the hospital for surgery, so please say some prayers for her. She will be going in for a hernia operation, and I will be off the entire week from media. So I have a bunch of special shows that I'm putting on the radio, both in Philly, Pittsburgh, and in the Delmarva region. So tune in the entire week, leading up all the way till next Sunday. And then the following Monday, the 24th, I'll be back with the Raw post show, as I always am here on your social media platforms. All right, I'm Ralph Williams, the revolutionary, the visionary. This has been the Ralph Report Wrestling Edition Smackdown post show. Please don't forget to tune into my social media platforms, radio shows. And if you're interested in sponsorship advertising, RalphWilliams737@gmail.com or area code 412-545-4317. Some great package deals available. And my website, www.rwmediaproductions.com. And please don't forget about my radio shows in Philly, Delmarva region, Pittsburgh, and all RW Media Production shows as well. All right. Until next time, have yourself a great one. And please, by all means, be safe. Don't forget Ralph Williams Saturday tomorrow, starting at 7 a.m. Have a good one. Be safe. Thanks.